Hello there. Well, in the YouTube short video I posted this morning, I said I would do 4 videos later on based on what my interpretation of mindfulness is and how I basically apply mindfulness to life itself and how I manage things on a daily basis. Now, let's see. Part 1, I suppose. Mindfulness is equal to awareness. Awareness is equal to knowledge. Knowledge is equal to understanding. Understanding is equal to contention. And contention is really the answer to the ultimate question. The ultimate question is any question you may have. And that's basically how I define what mindfulness is. Sometimes people have their own ideas, and sometimes you have other YouTube channels and in television programs and things like that, and they deal with mindfulness in a kind of physical sense and how you approach it with your body. I kind of approach it with my mind and what goes on in my head and so forth. And anyway, the central part of how I deal with daily living situations and things like that is basically the previous words I was talking about there. And if you take mindfulness being equal to awareness, if you have a degree of awareness, you don't really encounter the kind of problems and difficulties that a lot of people without awareness encounter. Now, take for example, if you encounter, I actually did a video during the summer, I think, based on the idea of carrying around a weight in your hand all the time. And sometimes, unintentionally, you can carry a problem around with you all day long. And it could be a small problem, not a big problem. It could be a small problem. And you're carrying around with you all day long without being aware you're doing so. Maybe you get up in the morning and there's a little bit of an issue running in the back of your mind. And from the start of the morning till the end of the day, that issue is still there and it bubbles up every now and again. And sometimes it can annoy you, and sometimes that small little problem, that small little weight, it tires you down. Because if you take a 1 kilogram weight in your hand in a gym, you can deal with it without too much trouble for 2 or 3 minutes. But if you've still got it in your hand at the end of the day, it's going to physically affect you quite badly. So put the weight down. It's just a 1 kilogram weight. The problem is just a small little problem in the back of your mind. You can deal with it later on when you have a plan to deal with it. And awareness allows you to put a plan together to deal with it. It allows you to recognize your problem is not huge. It does not necessarily need to follow you around all day. It does not need to define your day. So, mindfulness being awareness, be aware of what is going on in your mind and be aware that not every problem is huge. Sometimes if you think about it too much, sometimes it becomes bigger in the back of your mind without being aware of it. It could be something as simple as something you might have said the previous week to somebody, or an email that didn't work out too well, or in general, a small little issue like that. And it can bugger you down if you keep hanging on to it all the time. So basically, part 1 is about mindfulness and awareness. Awareness being knowledge of your problem. Knowledge of a problem equals understanding of the problem. Understanding of the problem will allow you to find some contention with it. It's as simple as that. Now, in the next video, hopefully, maybe tomorrow, the day after, I'm not sure. I have the house to myself today, so I can run away with my phone and so on and do videos. And hopefully, the second part of it will deal with mindfulness in relation to other people and how other people deal with the same kind of issues you might have yourself, but you can recognize they're struggling a little bit, and you can recognize maybe they are not cued into what's happening in their own lives, and basically how to deal with other people. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Thanks very much, and I'll see you again soon.